Welcome to Capture the World with D. Interviews with companies and individuals to learn more about digitally capturing the built world. Video, drone, 3D tours, pictures, panoramas, and more. And now your host, a social influencer and community activist, D. Johnson.
Hey, good morning, everyone, and welcome to Capture the World with Dee. I'm your host, Dee Johnson. I hope everyone out there is keeping safe and healthy, and this is probably a great way to cure your boredom to watch this great podcast. But anyway, I'm so happy to have all of you joining us today. Today's episode is sponsored by Cubicasa, the makers of a revolutionary app that allows you to scan a property in under 5 minutes using just your mobile app. And in under one business day, you get a professional looking floor plan. So if you haven't checked them out yet, go to cubi.casa, that's cubi.casa, and start scanning today. All right, to help you with your boredom, and this is actually a very interesting topic. My guest today is all the way from Ireland. He's the founder of Virtual Tour Sales Accelerator. It's more than just a class or a course, but it helps you sell virtual tours for 5 figures in only 4 steps. And who doesn't like to make more money, right? Please help me welcome from Ireland, Tomas Dunbar. Hey, good morning, Tomas. Thanks for joining
Hi
us.
Dee. Yeah, thanks for having me. Delighted to be on the show. I'm a big fan of it. I just hope all your viewers can understand my Irish accent now.
That's right. I mean, isn't that accent cute? All you
Thanks.
ladies out there. Anyway, let's get started. Why don't you start by telling us a little bit about yourself and your background?
Yeah, so I suppose my journey in this industry started back in 2015. I was the head of marketing for the Remax Ireland franchise at the time, and I actually saw the Matterport technology at a trade show. Well, I suppose it was in the early days of Matterport, and same as most people, when I saw it, I was blown away by the dollhouse view, especially, and just being able to move seamlessly. And back in 2015, this was, I suppose, unheard of. I wasn't really
Mhm.
that much involved or seen much of 360, but I saw this and I was like, I had to have it. And then I suppose a couple of weeks later and a couple of loans later, my camera arrived
Mhm.
to Ireland. It wasn't as cheap as it was now back in 2015. I'll put it that way anyway. And yeah, and that's where my journey took off from there. I was working directly with 12 real estate offices. Remax Ireland is quite small compared to some of Remax in some other countries, but I suppose I was lucky that I was working on a daily basis with these people. But I soon found out, even having a very good relationship with business owners in the real estate industry, it's not that easy of a
Mhm.
service to sell to them.
Yeah.
So I suppose that was my first hard lesson in this business. And then I suppose from there I started getting involved in the hospitality industry. A couple of meetings later, I was involved in, I suppose, industrial industry, and then we, I suppose, started building a niche market in the pharmaceutical industry.
Mm.
And then in 2017, my business merged with a software business that had 50 employees. And we saw some synergies. They were heavily involved in the tourism industry, and they were trying to get into the space. And they also liked some of the work, I suppose, that I was doing with the pharmaceutical, and it interested them. And yeah, we ended up merging businesses, and things really kind of took off from there in 2017.
Okay.
And then yeah,
And so
and
then,
then I suppose, sorry, go on.
so how did Virtual Tours Sales Accelerator get become what it is today?
Yeah, so I suppose it was always myself and my partner. It was always our plan to travel the world at some stage, and it was put off for I think 2 or 3 years with this venture, and eventually we pulled the plug about 18 months ago, and there was never a right time to leave, but we decided to leave, and I suppose I was very heavily involved in this industry at the time, and I had a lot of clients on board that I suppose we used to do a lot of monthly maintenance with them, so it was a bit of a transition, but there was never a right time to go, so. I suppose my interest has been in this industry even since I've left. I've had a digital marketing company since I've left while I've been traveling the world. And then I suppose in the last year, it's been on my mind that I want to get back involved in some shape or another. And I suppose what better way? I can't work directly with, I suppose, the clients as I'm moving a lot. But next best thing is helping the people who work with those clients. So that's when the Virtual Tour Sales Accelerator was born. And that's when I suppose I started kind of putting this idea together and kind of putting some feelers out there about 6 months ago. And yeah, the reception has been great since. There's the feedback I've been getting. There's the demand for it. I suppose
Yep.
it is a hard game when it comes to the sales process, and that's where I come in, and I'm starting to help people on that side of things.
Yeah, that's great. I was just telling him that I couldn't sell candy to children. I should probably look at what he has to say. I could probably learn a lot. All right. So, what is this virtual tour sales accelerator?
Yeah, so it's designed to be, in essence, it's designed to be your in-hand sales assistant. So I've built it in a way that it can be used by anyone who has, say, a 360 camera, or use a 3D camera, or use one of those platform. It's not meant to be, say, a training course, or even just it's not meant to be a course in that essence. It's more so that I suppose I provide the strategies that I've used. I suppose I provide, say, the industry experience, real life examples, and I do that for, say, across 10 plus industries. So basically in essence, I'm helping people to become, say, a sales and marketing professional and offer a specialized service to some industries. And then when you're looking at other industries, the way the service is offered, that changes, and that's basically what I do. So, for within every, say, industry within the program, you've everything take you through the sales process, from, say, the questionnaires for clients to cold calling scripts, email and LinkedIn sequences and strategies, um, and then we have, then once you actually get the sale over the line, it doesn't stop there. So I suppose a big problem in this industry is that the price has been driven down to the bottom, and that is largely due. It is largely due to the fact that I suppose there is a lot of competition, and because of that, there's a lot of substandard offers. A lot of people have the same tech, they offer the same service in some form or another, and there's not much results when it comes to it. It's not seen as a sales and marketing service. In a lot of industries, it's seen as a photography service, and that's why the price has been, I suppose, driven down to the bottom because of that.
Hmm.
So I suppose what the Virtual Tour Sales Accelerator does is helps you craft a better offer, helps you understand how to put a solution together a bit better, and then helps be able to deliver it better to your clients to get better results. And then it shows you how to use those results to build a better business for yourself and make the sales process easier. It's all about making it easier, really. No one can give you, I suppose, no one can give you a strategy and say, there you go, this is going to get you 100,000 in sales. But if you can apply a framework to it, it gets easier, it gets more, I suppose, you can get more, I suppose, dig into the analytics a bit more, and you have a better idea what works for you. And that's basically what it's all about.
Yeah, that's true. So most of the people I know who are professional photographers who use Matterport are their own. They own their own businesses, and the hardest part about that is selling,
Yeah.
right? Because anybody can scan, but how
Yeah.
do you sell, right?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. And I suppose, like, everyone has to play to their strengths as well. And I suppose I'm lucky that I come from a sales and marketing background. So I suppose figures and marketing is kind of drilled into my head. So I suppose whatever solution I would have been working with, it would have always been like, what results can I get? And if you can get results in terms of how it helped them in terms of figures, how many more properties, say, a real estate agent got because of it, or how much less time it was in the market, or how many more buyers were interested in it because of the virtual tour, it helps it a lot more. And that's the main thing that people have a problem with, is that it looks great and all, but they can't really go to a real estate business or any business and say, this is how it'll help you in terms of numbers, and you do this, we'll aim for this result. If we fall short, it's already this much more, and then the price becomes less of a concern. And that's why it's the price has been bottomed out, because people kind of approach it in the wrong way when it does
Hmm.
come to this. And there is a lot of people that just, they get in, do the shoot, get out, and move on to the next one. And that's why there's not a lot of repeat business as well. And referrals are, I suppose, are slow to come to businesses also because of that. And that's what this, I suppose, course kind of, or this program will help people do in essence.
So if you had to pick one thing, what's the most important thing when it comes to sales?
Yeah, putting a framework in place and making it easier for yourself. I suppose when I started out, I wouldn't classify myself as someone who was perfected a sales game or even that confident in it, to be honest. But because I wasn't that confident in it, I put some things in place to make sure I had a better solution or a better offer than my competitor. So then when I went into a meeting, I knew I had a better offer or a better solution to them. I knew I could get them better results, and I knew that also my competitor wasn't talking in terms of the results they could help them get, and they weren't kind of looking that far into the future. So, in terms of, I suppose, what people should be doing is play to your strengths first and foremost, and then try put the things in place to make the sales process easier for you. The easier you can make it for yourself, the more sales you're going to get, the more confidence you get, and customers pick up on that as well. If you're confident in your services, a customer will be more confident in working with you.
I think that's true because if I have like a script or a process in place and I know I just have to do this and it works, it's
Yeah,
so much easier than not having a clue and feeling like I'm in the deep end just treading water.
yeah. Yeah, exactly, and that's what it is a lot of time but it's the same in most businesses. Like a lot of people notoriously don't like sales because it's kind of you're kind of it's a hard thing. You have to take failure, but you learn a lot more from your losses than you do for your wins, I believe. And I suppose it's all about being able to, I suppose, keep pushing on, keep putting together better offers, and keep getting it out there, and keep seeing, I suppose, what I suppose what customers are picking up on, and just keep aiming for results. If the better results you actually are able to help your clients get, it's going to help you ultimately in the wrong. And that's what the aim of this program is as well. I suppose I did a pre-launch to, I suppose, a select number of people that I'll be working more closely with, and my aim in that is to help them get results, help them get wins, help them get more clients. That'll ultimately help me grow my business. So
Hmm.
I suppose I kind of live by that philosophy, and it does come around in a circle. So that's what people should be focusing on first and foremost.
Yeah, it's always great when you form a company that teaches people to do something that you've perfected and you just want to share your processes, what you've learned, your experiences, and help others grow their business. So that's a
Yeah,
great reason to have a company, and also to travel the world isn't such a bad
yeah, yeah. That's
thing.
that's that's one thing. I haven't done a shoot now in a while, but living remotely for the past 18 months, it's hard to get back to this way of life. I'm only back in Ireland, I think 2 weeks now, and I'm already itching to get going again. Yeah, I could be back doing shoots soon enough, I think, now at this stage.
Yeah, so the stay at home is probably hampering your lifestyle.
Yeah, I'm lucky. I'm lucky though. I moved into an apartment now. I think it's a week and a half ago, and I'm right beside the park, right beside the river. So I've plenty of fresh air, plenty of walk. So I'm not too bottled down. There's a lot of people in a lot worse shape than I am anyway. So, and the sun is shining today, which is not a common thing for Ireland either. So things are good
Wow.
here at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, so you told me you were in Vietnam. Tell us where you went in the 18 months.
Yeah, so I lived in first of all, I suppose we went away to Asia about 2 years ago, and then we went there for a month or two, and then we came back, went back working for a little while, then we took off again. So we were living in a camper van in New Zealand for 6 months. So we were traveling around there. I was running a digital marketing company from the camper van for 6 months while we were traveling around there. Beautiful country, by the way, if there's anyone tuning in from there. Then we were living in Bali in Indonesia for 2 months in a co-working space I was working from there. Then in Vietnam, we were living there for 2 months in another co-working space. And then I was before I had to leave to come home to Ireland, we were skiing in Poland for the last 2 months.
Skiing?
So yeah, skiing for the last 2 months in Poland. So yeah, it's living a hard life for the last 18 months. All right, I'll put it that
No wonder when I
way.
tried to contact you, you're like, hold on.
Yeah.
You're probably going down that ski slope.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I had to leave there reluctantly 2 weeks ago. I think we were given 12 hours notice to
Ooh.
to leave before the borders closed, and I think it was 35 hours later we arrived home. And it's 5 flights, and it's only a 3-hour flight to Ireland, so it was a bit of a
Amazing.
roundabout way. Yeah, got
Well,
there though. We got there eventually.
yeah, at least you're safe in your home for now. So stay
Yeah,
there for
that's
a
it. That's
while.
it. That's it. That's it. That's it. It's a great time for people now to be, I suppose, digging into their business and putting more,
Yep.
putting more plans, putting more frameworks in place to hit the ground running. I suppose when the markets do open up again, and yeah, it's been the last couple of weeks have been great. I suppose this launch couldn't have come at a better time. Really, we couldn't have predicted it, but people are at home and they have time in their hands to actually get into this program program now. So the response has been great, and just thanks to everyone who's joined so far. I suppose it's allowed me to kind of focus my full time on this now, and I suppose wind down my other marketing business.
Yeah. So yeah, so right now things are slowing down. It's a great time to take a look at what's my sales process, put something in place. All right, so let's get back on topic. Sorry about
Yeah,
that. All right.
no, that's
So
okay.
if I'm interested in this, what
Yeah,
you can go to
yeah, so,
virtualtoursales, right, .com,
yeah,
spelled
yeah.
just like it sounds.
Just like it sounds. Yeah,
All right.
there's no trick questions or anything in there.
His
Yeah.
name, Tomas, is not spelled like you think it is, but his website is. Anyway,
Yeah.
so tell everybody, how do I sign up for your program?
Yeah, so the pre-launch group is full at the moment, but I will be opening up some other spots. So if people want to get in, I suppose, contact with me through my Facebook or through the website, they can do that. But the discounted price will be running until it's fully released in on the 14th of this month. So they can on the virtualtoursales.com page. There's a video there, a training video, which is about 40 minutes long, and that last 10-15 minutes of that goes through the course in full and shows people fully what is involved in it, and they can get a really good look into it that way. Also, as well, I suppose every day now I'm doing a couple of demos, so people want to see inside the course. So I'll take them through a demo through the course. We'll talk about their market, their industry, what they're focused on, and I'll help them I suppose, give them a bit of feedback and a few strategies to put in place. And then if they want to join the program, um, then they can do that also. So that's basically it. So also another thing actually I forgot to mention. So with the course with the Virtual Tour Sales Accelerator program, there's 40 plus landing pages included. So to help you, they feed into the sales strategies. So once someone actually starts to, I suppose, focus on an industry, they can distill down an industry and look at each niche in it. And I have strategies for that. And the landing pages that you'll use to actually, I suppose, to start the prospect to those people. Then once they have that done, then also I have other things such as, say, the client portals to help people deliver it more effectively. And we have 2 group calls a month for the next 6 months minimum. So this program isn't going to be set in stone. So basically on these group calls, people will give me feedback on what they want in terms of landing pages, and there'll be roughly, say, 5 to 10 new landing pages added every month for the 6 months. So there could be upwards of 100 landing pages in 6 months' time that people can use directly for their business. So all the files are there to set it up and all, and there's full tutorials.
So in other words, if you sign up, Tomas is not just going to disappear.
Yeah, exactly. So I suppose that's the important thing to, I suppose, note compared to a training course. It's a program. It's like, I suppose, I'm in the early stages of this new business venture myself. So my first goal is to help people get big results. And if they get big results, it'll help me get big results. And that's
Yep,
how, I suppose,
exactly.
that's how good business works. So that's why I'm supposed 6 months I'm going to be, I suppose, dedicating a lot of my time to more so helping people. And then after that, we'll see. But 6 months, I suppose, is the time I've kind of set aside to help people on a daily basis, first and foremost.
So if I'm interested, I go to the website virtualtoursales.com and
Yeah,
I can ask for a demo. Now, do you do those one on one or in a group session?
yeah, usually one on one. Usually one on one. I have if they get in contact with me, we can arrange it. I just have a calendar. They can pick a time that suits them. Also, I suppose my Facebook group, Virtual Tour Sales Accelerator. I think we've about 900 people in it. So if someone wants
Wow.
to find out more, if they just visit that Facebook group, they'll see. I talk through all the strategies on that page. So if someone wants to find out a little bit more about, I suppose, the approaches that I use, and I suppose the different industries that I'm focused on and that I give information on, they can find out a lot of information on that page to start to help their business instantly without even joining the program. They'll find a lot of information on that page. So a lot of that information feeds into this program. I just expand on it further, and I suppose, as opposed to just telling people how to do it, I show them how to do the exact things that I talk about.
Wow. So, yeah, lots of personal guidance. All right. So, how much does this whole thing cost?
Yeah, so the pre-launch price is still active, and that is 597, and it's 597 until about the 14th of this month, until it's fully launched. So the people in the pre-launch group are getting access to the content now every day or every second day as it's uploaded, and then once it's fully launched in 2 weeks' time and the full course is up or the full program is up, the price is going to increase to around $800 then.
So it's going to go from about 600 to 800, and is that US dollars?
US, yeah, US. Most of the clients are US, so I ended up just sticking to that. It was easiest. I,
All right.
I, I was dealing too many currencies.
Okay, so one other thing. You said 2 weeks, April
Yeah,
14th.
April
Do
14th.
you know
Whenever
what day it is today? It's the
is
7th.
it a week?
That's a
A week?
week.
One week. Sorry, one week.
All right. So
One week. 1 week time. We're fully launched. Yeah.
so right now is the time to look into whether you're interested in this because you'll get a better deal. You can go
Yep.
to virtualtoursales.com, or you
.com.
can
Yep.
go to his Facebook group, and that's called Virtual Tours. Is it Tours with an S?
No, virtual tour sales accelerator.
So Tours does
No
not
S.
have the S. Virtual
No
Tour
S.
Sales Accelerator. So check it
Yeah.
out. In fact, the Facebook page has a lot of good information and it'll help you decide if this is something you're interested in. But I think the really key differentiator here is that you're going to get one-on-one help and guidance and these meetings with other people that will help you with this whole process and making your sales better. And
Yeah.
like Tomas,
Exactly.
yeah, like Tomas keeps saying, the better that you do, the better that he does. So he has
Yeah.
his goal is to make you better, which is
Exactly.
nice because
Exactly.
there's no conflict of interest. He truly has your interest at heart. So that's really nice.
Yeah, exactly, and that's it. We have those two group calls every month. So I'll go through some new training in it, and then people can ask me questions directly on customers that they're dealing with or where they are in their sales process, and I can help them, I suppose, wherever they are at that present moment. So that's why I'm doing two calls a month, and I'll try to get through as many people. It would probably be at least could be an hour to 2 hours at the very least anyway,
Yeah.
twice a month. So, and
So
yeah,
yeah. So Ted is one of your customers right now, right, Teddy? Oh, hi,
he
Ted.
is, he is, yes. I was talking to Ted last week.
Okay. So Ted does have a very important question for you.
Yeah, yeah.
Are the Guinness factories still open?
Oh, they're not. And I was in the supermarket early today, and the Guinness cans are slowly running out as well. So I must
What?
stock up.
No,
Yeah, I must stock up now
well, you know
before.
what's going to happen when they run out? Ireland is going to come to a complete halt. It's the whole country's just going to be like, we're done.
There was there was already uproar when the pubs were closed. The pubs were trying to make a case that
Yeah.
they were an essential service in Ireland supposedly.
Well, probably in Ireland, I would say they
Yeah,
are.
yeah,
But yeah, if you have any other questions too, you can reach out to Teddy. He would be a great resource since he's been through this. He knows all about the program, so that would be great. All right, so Tomas, here's the question that I ask everybody. What's your
yeah.
secret sauce?
My secret sauce. That's a good question.
Other
Good
than
question.
Guinness.
Other than Guinness, I have to go back to the drawing board on that one. Then Ireland is powered by Guinness. My secret sauce, I suppose, my secret sauce is I think everyone's secret sauce is, I suppose, their experience and where they come from. Um, I believe that you have to play to your strengths, and I suppose this program has been built on my strengths, and it's been my strengths, playing to my strengths in this industry that has, I suppose, got me the best results. So, like, I suppose I'm also a web designer, so the landing pages are something that I built into my virtual tour business, to be able to prospect to people more effectively, and then also, I suppose, deliver a more polished service to customers. So that's what I'm offering to people. And then, I suppose, my background is also my sales and marketing. That's what I've been doing since I finished college about 10 years ago. So that's also my secret sauce. So I suppose my secret sauce is, I suppose, a combination of just the experience that I have. People, everyone is on their own path because of their background, because of their experience, and that's what, I suppose, led me to build this program, and I suppose helped me differentiate myself when I was working in this business on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, I think you missed out one key part. Everybody's secret sauce is also customer service.
Ah.
I say that because that's my job. Anyway.
Can we do a retake? Retake.
But no, I mean, you have great customer service. You're there for everyone, and you're just, and of course, your cute little Irish accent. I'm sure.
Thanks. Yeah.
And I hope
You can't
everybody,
get a,
I hope
you can't
everybody's
get a,
can understand you.
I hope so. Anyway, we'll do a subtitles on the video. I'll help you afterwards.
You actually
It's
aren't that.
funny.
You're not that hard
It's
to
fu-
understand.
it's funny that you actually say that. I actually in the program, every video is transcribed to English, and and there is actually a Google Translate on it as well. So no matter what nationality you are, you'll be able to use the
Ah,
program. But I said I better do it because I do have problems with my accent. Even right now, this is me speaking about a fifth of the pace that I usually speak with another Irish person.
so you normally would speak a lot quicker?
A lot faster, a lot faster.
Really?
Yeah,
And as you get
yeah.
more drunk, does it get quicker quicker?
I don't know actually, to be honest now.
We should do
Just
a test.
makes a lot less sense anyway.
We'll do a test. We'll have Teddy be the judge.
And we'll get a few cans of Guinness each before the next call.
Yes, exactly. Wow. All right. So I don't see any other questions other than Teddy's great question. But yeah, you should definitely check them out. If you haven't, right now is a good time to do something like this. Take some time, learn some technique. Check out his Facebook group. It's Virtual Tour Sales Accelerator. No S
I
in
think it's
between.
virtual. I think it's virtual too, or with no S anyway.
Try
Let me
both.
try both. It has accelerator on the end of it. No other group has that. You'll
That's
find it
right.
that way anyway.
Yes, search on Accelerator. The website is virtualtoursales.com.
Yeah, yeah,
It's spelled just like it sounds, virtualtoursales.com. So,
yeah.
yeah, thank you everybody for joining us today. It's been great. I've definitely learned a lot. I wish you the best of luck with this. And of course, remember it launches in 1 week. So, if you're
1 week.
interested in looking into it, do it during this week. Oh, here we go. Gary Quigg. Hey, Gary. He says, thanks, Thomas. Tomas. Looking forward to seeing the results from the early students. Yes, we all are, definitely.
Perfect.
So, everybody, again, stay home, stay safe. This has been Capture the World with Dee. I have been your host, Dee Johnson. I will see you next week. Take care, everyone. Bye bye.
Thanks, Steve.